But even if it's not about that, it could be about, for example, I don't know, not looking like a fucking racist douchebag. That's a good reason to not say things like that. But, you know, I am understanding. I'm white. Part of the reason why I can be understanding. But I'm a little bit more understanding than the average person on people who have done that in the past, especially if they are no longer like that. Okay? Ian is the perfect example of this. But I wouldn't say it's just someone doing it for the lulz and cringing because it's no longer giving us the lulz like it used to when, you know, when you were, I don't know, fucking 17 years old and edgy.
I don't think many people in the real world are going to be like laughing and fist pumping hearing you just shout slurs as comedy.
Like, normally I get mad whenever chatters say, oh, you should hear from a black person on this subject. Like, what the fuck is your white ass saying? Like, fuck you. Normally I get mad at that because I'm like, dude, I'm a white guy, but like, this is what I do. I do political commentary. Like, go watch a black content creator then. Like, what the fuck? I can't be black. You know what I mean? But in this situation, like, it does kind of, this is one of the moments where it's like, no, it's actually pretty fair to say that here because, like, it does seem like, you know, this is lost in, you know, this is getting lost in the discourse, lost in the sauce.
So that makes sense to look back on that and cringe. However, none of your videos came from a place of hate. At least I don't think so. I don't think you were ever a racist or a bigot or anything like that. You used those words for shock humor. That was the whole goal, the edgy shock humor of using those words. And you made it pretty clear that that was kind of your drive. And he does mention it in this video with the it's either all okay or none of it's okay mentality. But I really think most people were able to recognize that the things he was saying weren't coming from a place of legitimate hate. Now, you can of course still say that it's unacceptable that he was using slurs for shock humor and punchlines in his videos for the jokes. That's a totally fair perspective to have. But it's still, I think, a little ridiculous to make it seem like it was this big of a deal that it warranted a whole apology video in which he makes it seem like he'll never truly find forgiveness and he'll never forgive himself.
Okay, I disagree, bro. What the fuck? Yo. That's crazy. Okay. That's crazy. Dude, what the fuck? Charlie, you don't even agree with this shit. Why are you saying this? Like, this is what I don't understand. Okay? This is what I don't understand. Like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, did you do that video? Did you do videos like that? No. What the fuck? And the people who are saying, like, Hasan defends Cumtown, like, no. There are indefensible shit that Cumtown has done, okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. The fuck do you mean? And even then, they don't, you know, say nearly as edgy shit as Ian does for the most part, or Ian did for the most part. Like, there is no like in defense of the N-word version, okay, that he was doing regularly. No, I don't think this part I don't agree with. That's Florida talking. I don't agree with Charlie on this. And I don't even think he agrees with himself on this. His personal actions show his personal actions quite literally fucking show that it's not like he thinks that it's acceptable. Because if Charlie thought that, you know, it was just shock humor or just edgy, okay, he would have dabbled in similar kinds of commentary. He was around in 2016. He was around in 2015. Why didn't you do it then? Charlie defending this is also part of his personal actions? No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. You'd be hard-pressed to find one person whose feelings were genuinely hurt by the way he was using it. That's why it seems so overboard for a lot of people. Bro, you are out of your fucking mind. You were just basically saying you do not have a single fucking black or brown or gay person in your life. That's all you're saying. Are you crazy? Come on, man. What the fuck? It's not racist if they shock you when they call you a slur, lol. Yeah, like what the fuck? I don't think people understand that. They like, that's so weird. It's like yet another classic fucking, well, you know, what about the academic sense of saying the word argument? It almost feels like that. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you know, you can use slurs in an edgy and shock humor kind of way. It's just a little cringy. Like, no, you basically present yourself as like a hateful person when you do that, okay? To like most people who that kind of language is being directed towards, most people who are like victimized by that word, they think you're like a fucking, they don't think you're just like doing edgy shock humor. They think you're a fucking racist. There's like very little ways of distinguishing between you saying that and like a Klansman even. You know what I mean? I'm not saying iDubbbz was. Like, that's it. The intent is baked into the word. If you're fucking dropping it like that, and then it's over. You know what I mean?
Self for it, for saying the slurs in the videos and making the content he did. Because again, like, he's talking about it like he's a fucking reformed racist. Like he was actually a racist and now he's not. When I don't think that was the case. He was an edgelord. And that's it. I feel like this whole video could have just been summed up very easily like, hey guys, it was fucking 2016. I was edgy, and now I think it's cringy, so I don't want to do that anymore, and we're closing the book. That, you know,
yeah, if he fucking said that, that would have been, yeah. If he said that, that would have been a shit fucking apology. Obviously, you would have liked it, but you're not the fucking target of the apology. You're friends with him. You already know who he is. You already have seen his change over the years. That apology is not for you, man. That apology is for, I don't know, black people and brown people and gay people and trans people. Like, people that were in the fucking periphery. Maybe they were fans of iDubbbz. Maybe they liked that he was shitting on Rice Gum, but we're like, what the fuck is this racial bullshit? I gotta take Kaya out real quick. Also, 2016 is not like some magical time when like saying the N-word was like totally valid. It was fucking gross back then. I remember. I was there. You know? It was pretty fucking gross. If you make the kind of apology Charlie is talking about after meeting a fan who thought you'd hate trans people because of your content, all you'd prove is a lack of soul. Exactly. Exactly. Where the fuck did this guy go? He said some insane shit. Some Turkish dude in the chat was talking about how he wants to kill me. Anyway, well, missed it. So I guess it didn't happen.
We're shutting that chapter down, putting the kibosh on it. Now we're doing some other stuff. And that would have been a totally fine explanation. A lot of people would have still would have been disappointed, of course, in his audience that liked that content. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't feel like a prisoner to your audience. You should make what makes you happiest to create. Like, I don't think you should have felt obligated to make this video.
He said, you're like a VIP, you're tall, handsome, and you're in America. I want to fucking murder you. Charlie's message feels like we don't hate minorities or want a white supremacist nation, just want to capture your attention for the top of the hour ad break. That's funny you say that because I already ran the top of the hour ad break, you fool. That was 12 minutes ago, so that was bad. Exactly. Boo.
Yo, like, I don't think this situation was so damaging that it warranted this kind of, like, fucking presidential press.
It absolutely did. It absolutely did. It absolutely did. Wrong. I would love to talk to Charlie about this. I don't know if he would be down to do it, but I'd be 100% down to talk to him about this. I think he would be significantly more agreeable. No, this is... Nope. Nope. Kaya. Come on. All right, I'm gonna run it right now. I'm gonna keep running the video. I'm gonna go take Kai out to pee.
Conference here over it and apologizing for the content you made back then. You know, I don't think like you ruined lives because you made Content Cop. I don't think you made an entire generation of racists and bigots because you use slurs for shock humor. I think that's a very bastardized perspective of how people digest content online. Now, I have no doubt that his audience did cultivate some weirdo losers that probably were real racists somewhere in there that didn't really care about his message and just liked that he was saying the N-word. I have no doubt that that existed in his community. But I don't think that was his goal, and there's always going to be weirdo losers. Of course, you can do your best to mitigate those people from feeling welcome in your community, but that all starts with just changing the content over time. Again, that's not a weak thing to do. That is not a weak or passive approach. The vilifying of your own audience and your previous content, I don't think is the right way of even looking at the content you used to make or the audience that you had. Of course, there were bad actors in there, but not everyone was. And to make them feel like they were if they liked your content is a little weird. And I don't think that's the goal of this video by any means.
This is crazy, okay? Hold on, I gotta run it fucking back. There's so much going on here. Okay, first of all, Kaya does not have the capabilities of walking outside on her own volition to do a pee-pee. I learned that the hard way because I couldn't get her to walk outside, and she walked over and immediately started peeing. That's number one. She's just like, is still a little too stupid for that. Okay. But it's all right. Quick summary of Charlie's take. It's okay to use slurs and you should never apologize for it or encourage others to use them. No, he's not saying that. I mean, it is coming across like that. I don't think he believes that. Charlie interpreted Ian's vid so off and all good. Kai will slay anyways. Ian's own audience threatens him in his wife's life because she's a sex worker and he loves her. These are sick people. Yeah. No, like, bro, like, there are, I guess, academic usages of the N-word or the F-word or whatever, and it's usually when you're talking about, like, the etymology of the word or something. And even then you can get away with not saying it because everybody pretty much understands it. You know what I mean? It's like this is not one of those instances. Like there's no like Mark Twain defense here. You know what I mean? He's just like he very clearly was pro saying the N-word and was giving people the arguments to say the N-word, and that was bad. He's not like trying to make you feel bad about it, okay? But I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand it. I love how you use himbo as an escape mechanism. Quality stuff. Wait, what? What is this? How is this related? What are you saying right now? What does that even mean? You could do it in a play or a film script with a racist character. Yeah, exactly. Like, there are utilizations of it that, you know, can be contextually appropriate. They're few and far between. And this is not one of them. And iDubbbz apologizing for it is like perfectly warranted, and it's very good that he did that. Look, you quoted a comment I saw on a Clips channel yesterday. His content for years swayed a generation. I went to pretty much all white school and was the only black kid. The amount of slurs that got called directly because of iDubbbz' comedy and pathetic reasons he slurs. It's like the little white kids in my school ate his ass up, and all I say is someone who also watches Content Cops. Yeah. That's what I mean. I also don't understand why you're criticizing another person's apology. Like, what's it to you, man? What the fuck? That's weird. I thought he was gonna like defend Ian against people who were like fucking hurling insults at him and saying like psychotic shit. I did not expect this. It's not as bad as Chatters made it seem like, but it's still pretty fucking bad. Like, I don't really understand. You shouldn't feel guilty for consuming his content. It's not like your output was identical to Ian's back then. You know what I mean? I don't know why like he's taking it so personally. Like, this part is like very interesting to me, where he's making it seem like he's like, oh, Ian made me feel bad for liking his old content. You shouldn't. I watched his old content recently with my current brain, and there were parts that were like insanely fucking cringe. You know, the N-word, F-word, all the fucking slurs, but they literally feel out of place, even with the rest of it, because he's shitting on a guy who says the N-word all the time, like Keemstar, for example. You know what I mean? So like, it unironically felt out of place at that time even.
For shock humor. I think that's a very bastardized perspective of how people digest content online. Now, I have no doubt that his audience did cultivate some weirdo losers that probably were real racists somewhere in there that didn't really care about his message.
Come on, yes, dude, yes.
And just liked that he was saying the N-word. I have no doubt that that existed in his community. But I don't think that was his goal, and there's always going to be weirdo losers. Of course, you can do your best to mitigate those people from feeling welcome.
Okay. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't know if Charlie doesn't recognize that, like racist Nazi fucking losers hate Keemstar too. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. When you're shitting on a guy like Rice Gum, like, there's gonna be plenty of fucking racist Nazi losers who also are like, yeah, fuck that guy. I don't understand. I do not understand why he's saying this kind of stuff. Especially because, like, Ian was 100% correct and is now getting, like, an insane amount of criticism for it from all of the worst parts of the internet, whether it be the annoying fucking radlib SJWs who are like, well, it doesn't matter to me, fuck you, you're, like, literally a Nazi, you kill yourself, whatever, or the actual fucking alt-right dickheads who cannot let go of the halcyon days of you know, the golden days of content for them when they were in the internet forums and they were young and actually their dreams had not fucking crumbled in front of their eyes yet. So they're like, let's get back to that. It made me feel so fucking good when I could just say the N-word and F-word freely and watch the iDubbbz videos, and it made me feel great. And like, how dare he speak out against that? Like, you know, those guys are now fucking 35 years old, okay? And not a lot has changed in their lives from back then. And that's not a very good thing, okay? Ultimately, those are like the worst people that are shitting on him. He needs your needs your understanding and help. That's how I see it. I'm a content creator who believes that people can grow and people can change. And I will always be welcoming of people who have demonstrated rehabilitation, demonstrated that they have changed their minds, demonstrated growth. Okay? I think a lot of people in this audience have done that personally. If you're not doing that, then you're a fucking freak anyway. You're like a loser. That's cap. On God, the hypocrisy is giving me internet AIDS. That's cap. Why is it, by the way, what happened? Why does every Nazi online nowadays, I guess maybe because of like Kanye West, every Nazi online like literally talks like they're a fucking Bruce Drop-em-off watcher. Like, you're not. Like, I look at half of the shit that they're saying and they're like, they'll drop the N-word. Like, all these fucking little Zoomer Nazis will be like, that's cap, on God, and then drop the N-word, but like in an incredibly, like, in a way that reveals that they are not black actually, but, you know, just racist. It's so odd. That's like a totally new thing that I have noticed. They started using it to mock AAVE, and it slowly evolved into adopting the language itself. It was a weird thing. Yeah. Like, I've seen it so many fucking times, dude. It's, like, very odd. I see it in my replies all the fucking time. It's just like, you know. Okay. How is he a Nazi? What the fuck? You have black people in your chat, bud. Sorry. What? I guess black people in Hasan's chat don't exist. How is he a Nazi? Lemafayao. No, what I'm talking about is not even that guy who said the hypocrisy is giving me internet AIDS. I'm talking in general. I see it in my replies all the time. You want me to fucking pull it out? Also, first of all, I guess the black people in Hasan's chat. Are you black? Chatter? Plenty of black people in here. Are you one of them? Don't say cracker, bro. Oh, this person's just insane. Never mind. Okay. Take your meds. 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 That's it. Take your meds. It's time. I'm reminding you that you should be taking your medicine. It's lithium time for you. No, I just like read some of their content, some of their fucking commentary in the chat, and I realized, oh god, never mind. This is an insane person.
In your community, but that all starts with just changing the content over time. Again, that's not a weak thing to do. That is not a weak or passive approach. The vilifying of your own audience and your previous content, I don't think is the right way of even looking at the content you used to make or the audience that you had. Of course, there were bad actors in there, but not everyone was. And to make them feel like they were if they liked your content is a little weird. And I don't think that's the goal of this video by any means, but it does come across that way.
Like, yeah, this part I don't like at all. Like, what do you mean? He's like vilifying you? Like, you take this personally? Like, what the fuck's going on?
You weren't a bad person if you were laughing at his content cops or anything like that. And I don't think he was a bad person for making those content cops in the first place.
I shouldn't be able to just make an apology video and walk away from it. This is something that I should live the rest of my life with, and I expect to. I've profited off of this bigoted content for years, and I've made a successful career out of it, and that's not right. I think that this is only a step in the right direction, and I know that a lot more needs to be done to even approach a life that I would think would be like acceptable.
You don't deserve to be fucking publicly flogged with tomatoes thrown at you for the rest of your life and skinned alive because you made edgy videos in 2016, man. It's just not that big of a deal.
Yo, what the fuck, dude? It's not what's going on. He didn't say that. Why are you making it out to be like that? What the fuck? Dude, this is so bad. All right, I'm gonna call it. No matter how much Normie Jesus has cultivated a fucking fan base of people on both sides of the political spectrum, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be rubbed the wrong way from this. There's no way. This almost feels like a Sunny V2 Ninja video at this point, where he's just like, this apology is not warranted. You're flogging yourself. You don't deserve this. Like, that's not what he's saying. He's taking ownership over some of the fucking dog shit stuff that he did, which is what men do, okay? You're an adult. You're a man. You took accountability for it. You're matured now, okay? And I think it was the right fucking thing to do. Why is he doing the fallen fan dynamic here for some reason? He stepped up. Like, he did the right fucking thing. Nobody thinks he killed people, okay? If anything, most people who are still shitting on Ian are his old fans saying, fuck you, you are a cuck, you fucking soy lord, you bitch. That's like the overwhelming majority of commentary surrounding his apology is like all these other fucking weird, gross perverts online trying to either unsuccessfully virtue signal. Like one comment I saw was like some dude being like, where is it? Some dude being like, yeah, I can't believe this guy apologized. iDubbbz is 32 years old and finally realized screaming the N-word is bad and accept folks to care/respect them for coming to this conclusion. Like, I'm sorry. Why did you feel to write that? Why are you so pressed then? Why are you so fucking pressed? Why are you so pressed that he did it though? Why? This guy hates you. I don't give a fuck. It's such a weird thing to say because like, so what's up? Are you woke scolding him then for apologizing? Huh? Is that why? Is that because it reads, if you don't know what this dude's background is, okay? This guy is a centrist anti-essayist himself who wishes it was 2016 forever. His editing makes me want to, oh. Like, I don't get it. What should he have done? Not apologize then? Why are you mad that he apologized? Explain that to me. That's what pisses me off about this shit. He literally made another take that was the opposite. Bro, this is painful. Oh my God. Oh, it turns out that you just don't like that he apologized for saying the fucking N-word. Fucking dog shit humans, bro. Barely human. Jesus Christ. Imagine getting mad at a fucking dude. Getting mad at a dude. Like, he didn't even watch it 4 minutes ago. He just went straight. Dude, he screenshotted it and went straight to Twitter to farm those juicy fucking clicks. Okay? Look at it. It says 4 minutes ago. The video is longer than 4 fucking minutes. I love that. I love how mentally ill everyone is online to like desperately fucking grab as much attention as they possibly can. Considering that it'll end up donating to the ADL, I would consider this a random video. You just made that up. He's not donating to the fucking ADL. His wife is Palestinian. I'm pretty sure they're aware that the ADL as an institution is not exactly too fond of Palestinians in general. But I doubt that this person actually cares about that distinction. He just probably sees ADL Jews. I don't like it. Palestinian roots. Lebanese, but still. No, she has Palestinian roots. Her dad is... Her dad was... I think her dad was Palestinian. Am I wrong? She does. Anyway, these are the kind of people paying for Twitter Blue. Yeah. Charlie's comment section is disagreeing with him crazy. Yeah, because ultimately, you want to know was, let me tell you something. You made a 21-minute video about a guy apologizing for saying the N-word. How did you think that was going to go down in the fucking internet? Because Charlie is not a fucking right-winger. Okay, he is the barometer of the center, right? So when you're the barometer of the center, you have a whole bunch of fucking people. You're not just like your audience isn't just full of fucking weird right wing perverts, even though they certainly exist. Okay. Dışarıda. Evet, içeri alır mısın? Thank you. Charlie's a self-reporting fallen iDubbbz fan. He's not as interested as a reactionary. No, he is.
It feels horrible hearing this from him, knowing that it weighs so heavily on his mind that he made these videos, so he feels like he's a real piece of shit for doing it. You just made edgy YouTube videos. You didn't ruin anybody's life. You didn't create...
Wrong. I think I think that Ian didn't invent racism, obviously, but he certainly fucking played a not insignificant role in giving people the weapons to fucking be racist as they want to for an entire generation. He was incredibly notable. My house is on fire right now. Not literally, but I have to go fucking look at Kaya again. Jesus Christ. Charlie's doing the "you aren't responsible for your fan base" shit. At a time when you are though. And Ian is saying he is though. How bad were his videos? I've never seen any. They're actually, some of them are very good, except for the incredibly racist parts where he's just like randomly saying the N-word and F-word for no fucking reason. That's why it's like kind of interesting, because he would like make arguments to say the N-word and F-word. Wait, no wonder that Wavy Web Surf called his apology painful. This was his content this time 5 years ago. Does Ethan have a problem? H3H drama's over. Who won? Is PewDiePie still the face of YouTube? Is Alex Jones really that bad? Does Game Theory deserve the hate? How Keystone redeemed himself? The death of Trap. Okay, good at him. I mean, that's not even that bad. I'm willing to bet that dude is like way worse now.
A fucking army of racists, and
I'm willing to bet that dude probably was better back then. I'm willing to bet that dude was probably better back then and he's worse now.
Bigots. The content itself isn't bigoted content either. You used edgy shock humor. And I don't think that makes you a bigot that you're going to have to atone for.
No, it absolutely does. It does. It does. It's not 2016 anymore. Come on. And you knew that it did back then too, which is why you didn't do it. Sorry. It does. Come on. Come on, Charlie. You didn't fucking say the N-word. You said titties, cum, dicks. You said all the other fucking things. Why didn't you say the N-word then? If it didn't make you racist. I wonder why you didn't say it. Why didn't you say it? You should have said it back then too if it's like fine. You know what I mean? It's not. No. No, absolutely not. Everybody knew that it was. It was. Saying the N-word as a joke all the time is not racist. You're joking, right? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay. No. You were willing to excuse it for a certain center-left program yesterday? Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, famously. You did defend a certain center-left program yesterday. Yeah, dude. Cumtown, most notable for saying the N-word. Like, literally. That's what you're saying here? First of all, I don't excuse it. But as far as I know, they don't say it. Even they don't say it. And they say everything else. But good one, dude. You got to fucking own. They do. They do. Go ahead. Post some links. And even if they do, by the way, fuck them. They're wrong then for saying it. There you go. Unacceptable and wrong. I hope that was good. Does that help you out? Do you think that I think it's okay for them to say it? I don't think it's okay for them to say it either. You know this because you're a fan? Well, I don't know if you know this, but I've literally had a person on Cumtown who used to be on Cumtown on my broadcast all the time. Far left puppet, soft doughboy weasel. You're a soft doughboy puppet parrot with no originality or opinions on your own. You're so soft. Yeah, dude. Totally. I hope this makes you feel like you're a big bad boy because like you're like an edgy guy, you know what I mean? And that you keep just repeating that I'm like soft or whatever. Maybe you hope that like other people will also see it that way. But at a certain point, you're going to realize that all the fat, sad, lonely sacks of shit that you yourself are and your best friends are in your little Discord circle that use, like, I don't know, sick-ass anime avatars are not actually like those anime avatar characters, okay? And that in the real world, most people don't see things in the way that you do, but you have already whipped yourself into such a manic fucking state that you're thinking, well, this guy actually fucking advocates for leftist values, so he must be a soft boy. But my favorite type of right-wing commentary is always when dumb motherfuckers say you're a puppet with no originality or opinions on your own. I'm just seeing how easily triggered you are. Fairly easy to be honest. Thanks. Yeah, I was just pretending to be stupid. There you go. I was just pretending to be a fucking idiot, dude. You're triggered. Your kind has died off on the internet, and it must be so fucking sad to experience that every fucking day, that most people moved on and you stayed behind, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You're the guy who's like, no. This car thing, this car technology, it's not actually going to fucking change the world. No. I got the horse and I got the cart. I'm staying behind. You're stuck. You're perma-stuck. All these assumptions, lol. You can learn a lot about a fucking human being. So he only pulls toxic chatters, all these assumptions, lol. I'll ban a 12-month subscriber for making idiotic fucking takes before I ban a dumbass gray name to make an example out of them, for the record. I hope you understand that. If someone is in here is like coming in here just to like create a sock account and putting a lot of effort in just to be like, you're so soft, and everybody agrees with your opinions and that's why you're saying them, you're basically just owning yourself. Okay? You're goofy motherfucker. Literally has never been an unjust ban done by hasanAbi Piker. Thank you. Well, you know, there are sometimes unjust bans. I just hopped into the stream, but I don't know if it's been addressed, but Charlie takes a rare L with some of these takes. Well, no, this is a big L for Charlie. Wrong, Hasan has banned me 3 times. Ninjite, you are the most justifiable bans of all time. You are such an aggressive simp. That, like, you deserved every single fucking ban you've ever taken. And you're aching for one right now. Imagine how psychotic it would be if Eddie Murphy apologized for using the F word in his acts back in the 80s and people responded like, no, it was totally fine. You have nothing to apologize for. Yeah. Why are your chatters horny for bans? I don't know. Because they're desperate and starving for attention, and this is the only way they feel they can get it. Because, once again, it's difficult to craft like a good, solid chat that I will read and laugh at, and then the rest of the community will look at and go, that's a funny guy. That's hard. That requires hard work. That requires dedication. That requires charisma. That requires a lot of thinking. But you know what's easy? Say some incredibly stupid shit to try to fucking piss me off, and then I read it, and I, yell at you. Everyone in the chat yells at you, and for a brief moment, you feel like you're alive, that like other human beings do actually acknowledge your existence. You know? That's it. So yeah. They go over the lowest common denominator bullshit. So anyway. Yeah, I don't agree with literally bringing it back iDubbbz style of humor and why he did. Wow, chef's kiss. Exactly. The major reason why iDubbbz said all the fucking edgy shit was not because he was like ideologically a Nazi or whatever. Because if he was, then he wouldn't be like, you know, targeting all these fucking people that he targeted in the way that he was. The reason why he did it is because he was, unfortunately, desperate for fucking laughs. Okay? And it's an incredibly fucking cringy person to be. He also, obviously, much like many of the chatters even back then, was completely fucking blind, like completely blind to the white supremacist attitudes that he was reinforcing in his content. Okay? But because he's a fucking man, and because he is, you know, an adult, he took ownership over his actions and openly said that it was fucking pathetic. That's it.
For those sins for the rest of your life over.
I am running ads on this video, and any revenue generated from this video, I'm going to match and donate to an organization that, you know, would have been particularly affected by the type of rhetoric that I've been spewing on this channel. And again, this isn't the end of what I'm doing. This is just the start.
You'll get no complaints from me here. I'm always on the side of helping people, so anything charitable, I'm always for. Though I don't think it was necessary or anything, I still think that's a nice gesture regardless. But he uses the word rhetoric here. And that again makes it sound like these videos were coming from like a legitimate racist, which I don't think they were. I really don't.
Bro, intent versus like outcome, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. You don't need to say any of this, bro. What are you saying? The question I have for Charlie is literally this. If it wasn't that big of a deal, why the fuck didn't you say the N-word and F-word all the fucking time and make arguments as to why you should be able to say it back then? Why? Perhaps you understood that you would look a certain type of way. And like, there is a part of this that he just completely fucking wiped out of the video in his reaction for some reason, which is like one of the personal consequences that Ian experienced. A trans fan of his coming up to him and thinking that, you know, suspecting that he might be transphobic. That was like a pivotal moment in the video, in my opinion. It kind of like puts the narrative together in a perfect way. He also mentioned, like, I'm not your cup of tea. Like what he was trying to say, and when he was crying and you know, delivering a statement at the end of his boxing match at Creator Clash 2, like that was the pivotal moment. That was the moment that he was just like, this is why I said this. You have the worst political. Oh, come on! I want to see what he had to say. He said you have the worst political takes of all time.
At least I don't want to believe that iDubbbz used to be a racist and he was using that to try and.
I mean, don't people think that of you? Where's your apology? Of me for what? You think you want... Who do you want me to apologize for? Let me ask you, actually. No, I want to hear this. Don't ban this guy. Who do you think I should apologize to? White people for saying cracker? Is that who I should apologize to? Who? No, I do think this is fun content. I mean, I'm sorry. Should I apologize to your mom for not calling her back last night? Is that who I should apologize for? Like, well, who should I be apologizing to? No, I need to know what he's going to say. Instant reward is Pavlovian and you're the puppet, Hasan. Oh, God, another one of these fucking losers who's like, haha, I am actually personally owning you. I am the puppet master. No, man. You're getting a... You think you're getting a rise out of me, but what you're doing is making content for me. We are all laughing at you. You might go back to your Discord and be like, look, dude, I just destroyed him. Like, I got him fucking owned. I got him to react to me. But you don't understand what the power dynamic looks like in that situation. I will never think about you ever again. After this conversation is over, you're gone. And that's how fucking big of a deal it was that I reacted to your worst moment for a brief moment. Think about that. Think about how pathetic that makes you seem. You know what I mean? That's sad. That's a sad existence. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to live like that. I don't think you should just trans Twitter thinking you should. No, trans Twitter is not thinking I should. Shut the fuck up, dumbass. That's not a thing at all. No, that's not even true. See, you just fucking had to make up some dumb shit. They said FD signifier sucks on. Yeah, this smells like a particular chatter from a particular community. Yeah, you can clap them if you want. Now go back. Go back to I know where you probably came from. Go back to the fucking stinky ass circles that you're in and be like, haha, fucking owned them, dude. There were some people pissed about the Wizard game, but I don't think they were trying to cancel you. Yeah, also, like, you can have convictions. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have my own personal convictions. I don't give a fuck what, like, some random trans content creator thinks about my particular takes on Hogwarts Legacy. Okay? What do you want me to apologize for? That, like, they misunderstood or they were in the wrong? I'm not going to do that. Are you trying to say that me having the correct take on Hogwarts Legacy is identical to Ian constantly fucking saying the N-word and F-word? Are you that stupid? Or do you perhaps think that Ian was right to say the N-word and F-word all the time and he should stand by his convictions? Or do you not recognize that people have the capacity to change? Or maybe, and this is probably the real reason why you wrote that, you just wanted to fucking say something in the chat to be heard so that you think you could fucking drive some clout in a hyper niche circle that you're in where you routinely debate age of consent laws and incest being morally neutral. And you thought you cooked up a really spicy, logical take when in fact, once again, you did not. It was a very stupid take. It did not make any kind of logical sense. In your mind it did because you're stupid. I'm stupid too. Sometimes I make stupid arguments like that as well. Okay? I do it too. The difference between you and I is that I recognize I'm stupid and, you know, am a little fearful of coming across even dumber than I actually am. You, on the other hand, have Dunning-Kruger out the fucking ass. Anyway. And just like every other 15-year-old, he went through this insanely woke process called growing as a person. It's a chemical reaction that occurs when you touch grass. Yeah. He was 27, though. So what? So what? Okay, he was 27. Are you not allowed to fucking make mistakes? Are you not allowed to grow? Like, because right now, you're saying, oh, he was 27. Okay. No, I don't get it. Like, so what's the point? Why did you bring that up? So, like, he should keep being racist. That's what you're saying. Like, because that's his argument. That's his side. His perspective is like, no, you should literally keep being racist. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't even make sense from their own perspective.
You know, propel his beliefs forward. He really it seems like he was really just using these words as shock humor, which is cringy, sure. Very cringy, and that is absolutely fine to point out. But it doesn't strike me as something that was genuinely ruining people's lives hearing that kind of shit. It's just kind of like an eye-rolling thing to look back on now, like, ugh, that's fucking lame.
Yeah, I think that's the main point of contention here is that, like, Charlie made a fucking 21-minute video being hypercritical of Ian's apology because he thinks it's not that big of a deal. Like, what he did was not that big of a deal. It was. It's not just cringy. It was a fucking big deal. Routinely making arguments about, like, why you should be able to say the N-word and F-word is a big deal, okay? Especially if you personally are against that sort of thing, okay?
And that's really it. I just don't think it goes too much deeper than that. Like I said, I have no doubt there really were some dangerous weirdos that did hold dangerous beliefs in his community, but I don't think he made them. I think they were there when they found his content to begin with, and they stuck around because they just liked hearing the edgy words spoken out loud. That's it. I don't...
Yeah, he's trying to say Ian was so much more than just saying the N-word and F-word, which is true. Okay? That is true. He is. He is more than that. But it's a fucking pretty important component of his content. Like, yeah. I don't disagree with that. His content and what he stood for was more than that. But ultimately, he still recognizes that what he did back then was really fucked up. No, Shaw, he says slurs are edgy words. Yeah, I think that's like undermining what he was doing too. And those people were threatening his wife is a personal enough reason to do it. I don't think it's just that. I think it came before that. I think his change happened before that. It's not as like cynical as the way you try to make it seem.
I don't think he made them. He wasn't the Frankenstein to their monster. Now, I don't want to just keep dissecting every single piece of the video here. I want to kind of branch this out into a broader talking point about when a creator starts to resent the audience and community they've fostered. Because that's fundamentally what's happened here. iDubbbz has grown up now. He doesn't like what he made when he was younger, and he doesn't like the audience that he made along the way, along the journey. He mentions a couple of times in the videos, like some of these eureka moments where he's like, man, this is really fucking frustrating.
What did Moist Critical say about... Wait, hold on. Maybe he has a consistent perspective on this, but... Did Moist Critical ever cover Andrew Tate being banned from social media? I wonder what he said, because the reason why I'm talking about this is because he thinks that'll actually make Tate more popular. Good, okay, I want to watch that. Here's why I want to watch that. Okay, because at the top of the hour there's a 3-minute ad break, and if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you could do for $5 or for free. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Okay? That's why I want to watch that. No, the reason why I want to watch that is because this whole actions don't have fucking negative consequences take is silly. Okay? Like, oh, words don't mean anything. They're just content. Like, I am also critical of people that just like exclusively focus on content. Okay? Also, here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way. So, hey, Bozo, thank you for the 5. Get the subs. Allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. No, this is Andrew Tate got arrested. I'm talking about when he got banned off of all social media platforms.
On the planet, and I think adds to the comedy of Andrew off his corruption and a bunch of baloney.
Gaucho Marks, thank you for the 10 gifted. Hypo Rave, thank you for the 5 gifted. Listen, the counters that Tate was actually trying to be that way is content, but iDubbbz was just using edgy humor. So his take kind of sounds like Ben Shapiro's facts, not feelings. The reason why I'm looking at this is for this reason, okay? Wait, what is this?
So Moist Critical gave his opinions on Andrew Tate getting banned.
I, for one, am
Thank you
never
for
on
the
the
10
side
subs.
of censorship, but Andrew Tate's in a really weird position because he's being investigated.
I 100%.
No, he's talking about he's being investigated and shit.
New video on Tate's scam. What?
Hey.
Or something. I
the School of Hard Knocks and graduated hustle.
Wait, I gotta
Hustle
pee. I'll be back in a
PhD.
second. Fuck.
Wait, you're a doctor? No, that's the pimping hose degree, which is something, by the way, I didn't make up. It's a course that Andrew Tate himself sells. But I don't think you want to take advice from someone who's in the middle of a human investigation. And that's not even to mention accusations of beating women. Or him allegedly
those accusations
could
gonna happen to anyone.
Was, quote, Andrew does have one undeniable skill that seems to be responsible for most or all of his success so far. He's just really entertaining.
I hate everyone equally.
I've said that since the get-go. He is the most entertaining clown you can find in the alpha male space. And that's why it's probably worked so well. Between TikTok promotion, the MLM stuff, and just him being so enjoyable to laugh at, it's popped him off. Wild. You think the guys paying for this think it's a joke? I think there's a good balance of people who pay for it, like ironically, like, haha, I'm part of Hustlers University, and people who actually believe it. And I think the believers probably outweigh the former, which is sad, but it is what it is. It's the same for every other alpha male we ever looked at. You remember the guy who's a self-admitted cuck? Oh, fuck. It's only been a couple months. It's the big guy. He sells the course on, like, so your wife doesn't want to fuck you? That's okay. No, I'm talking about alpha males, bro. Is it Jack Murphy? It might be Jack Murphy. Oh, yeah, Jack Murphy, right? This he's literally a cuck. But he's also an alpha male. So he's teaching you how to be an alpha male while also being a cuck. It's this guy, right? A lot of these guys kind of all look the same, like bald and a beard. Is it this guy?
Don't come at me and call me sexist or racist or any of these things. I hate everyone. I don't care if you're black, white, straight, gay, man, and woman. I hate you anyway. Do know how to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't really know you.
Is that a lady billing you and you back and rearrange your bones? Why is it being misogyny for 4 hours straight, bro?
I have a
So the reason why I wanted to show this is because I want to know what his take is on like Andrew Tate's misogynistic and like oftentimes violent commentary towards women. I don't know what Charlie said about it, but I would like to find out because I'm sure that he wasn't like on board with him being deplatformed, but he certainly didn't have. He probably did not like that Andrew Tate was saying all this shit, right? He has defended Ian during the whole simp drama. Yeah, of course. The point I'm trying to say is this. Okay? The point I'm trying to say is this. I mean, it is funny. There are parts of it that I've said that too. Okay? I've said that too. Listen to me. Listen to me. Fostering an environment that revolves around like beefing up misogynistic fucking takes over and over again goes beyond just jokes. Okay? That's why you had like little fucking kids running around and saying like, I don't know, at the age of like 12, saying stuff like, go back to the kitchen, bitch, to their fucking teachers. You know what I mean? Where's my bagay? It's like, because that has an impact. It has an impact. People watch that, especially if it's like, especially because the systems are patriarchal, especially when the systems are white supremacists, and you are highlighting that as like this, you're highlighting that and you're supporting that. A lot of people are going to lean on it and repeat it. Okay? You are not solely responsible for this. Okay? But you certainly didn't help. And acknowledging that and making amends and trying to offer some kind of like correction to that behavior is perfectly valid. So the reason why I was looking for that is because Charlie here is making it seem like, oh, well, he was just like,
Jesus. Got a hair in my mouth.
He was just, saying some edgy shit. He was just doing shock humor, completely removing the secondary reason for why that's not just shock humor. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just shock humor. It's, a lot of people were motivated to be, a lot of people got the go-ahead to be extra racist when they were young because they watched Ian's content. Ian recognizes that. That's why he's apologizing for it. That's why he's trying to separate himself from that crowd that he fostered. Go to 130. He makes it kind of clear.
Yeah, so they finally took down the top G. Weird position. I never support censorship, and even in this case, I don't think I'm really on the side of it. When you, Jesus, got a hair in my mouth. When you take down someone like Andrew Tate, that just makes